Hey guys, my name is Nadine and we're going to be talking about the Divergent movie. Yeah, so happy right now. So, we're going to be having a Divergent movie discussion and review, and stay tuned. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, so, for everyone who's watching right now and hasn't watched the movie, go watch the movie. Seriously, it's amazing. And even before watching the movie, go read the book. Read the book and watch the movie. You'll love it even more. They did an amazing job with the whole movie. It was great. The whole movie, book to movie adaptation was amazing. Like, amazing. Theo and Tris did, like, amazing. I didn't even expect that. Like, you know, I knew they were good actors and everything, but I was just like, I didn't know. But then I watched the movie and I was just blown over. I was like, what? Like, goodness, they're amazing. The movie's insane. The movie was great. Like, the acting was great. The features in the movie were great. Like, you just need to watch it. It's amazing. And guess what? Number 2's coming out. Insurgent. Yeah. So if you like Divergent, you're gonna love Insurgent, and you're gonna love the last movie, because we know this is gonna be the last movie because this is going on a successful road right now. Overall, I rate the movie a 9 out of 10. A lot of people saying, oh, it's going to be the next Hunger Games, everything. And you have to remember, the Hunger Games went viral. Both schools were going on trips to watch it, you know? Everyone was reading it. I still think it did better than the first movie of the Hunger Games, but I don't know if it did as good as Catching Fire. It goes, like, in my opinion, goes right under Catching Fire, and that's saying a lot, you know? Catching Fire is the second movie. This is the first movie. For all those people who haven't watched the movie, spoilers coming, so leave. Yeah, leave. Bye. Bye. Seriously, leave now. Like, go right now. Go. Go. Let's talk about the movie now. As I said before, the movie was great. It was amazing. I loved everything. There were a lot of things that obviously, like, you know, they can't keep it 100% to the book. Obviously, like, that would be a 5-hour movie. I wouldn't mind watching a 5-hour movie, just saying. But it was pretty awesome and pretty amazing. Oh my god, I loved how in the beginning when they were like introducing the whole movie, how they showed us Tris when she was younger and how she was looking at the Dauntless and she was like inspired by them and wanted to be the Dauntless. It was like foreshadowing a little bit of who she was going to end up being with. And the funny thing is, like, I don't think in the book it was like that, but I loved it. It was so good. And I loved her, like that huge montage of her like getting better and better and better at being in Dauntless and everything. There's a few things that weren't in it that I was just like, oh, I don't know. I wish they were. Like, Edward didn't get stabbed in the eye, which is like part of the book. So if any of you are still watching and haven't read the book, sorry, but it's not a big spoiler anyway. They didn't even mention Edward that much, and it's weird because an Insurgent and a Legion in the book, like, he was there. Well, an Insurgent. Or was he? I don't know. I love the Ferris wheel scene, and that was amazing. It was so good, but it didn't extend to what the book had. It didn't extend to her, you know, almost like falling off and all that crazy stuff, but, you know, it was so amazing. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious in the movie when she says, oh, I'm gonna jump first, and Peter's all like, and she takes off her jacket, and then Peter's all like, ooh, stiff taken off, and then he's like, put it back on. It was hilarious. And I loved the whole jump. It was a lot slower than I expected. It was so, like, invigorating. It was like, oh, I love this. And Capture the Flag. In the book, it was a little different. Like, well, I saw it differently. Like, the whole guns, in the book they used paintballs, but in the movie they used, like, these weird stimulators where, like, it would actually feel like a real gun. That was so cool. I liked it way better than, like, paintballs. I was like, yeah. And I loved how, in the end, when they captured the flag, it wasn't just, like, Christina, or it wasn't just Tris, it was both of them, and, like, how she kicked Molly that, yeah. That was awesome. In the book, she just she got beat up a lot, but in the end, she beat up someone. But in the movie, she didn't, and I was like, what? I was like, no, I want to see that. But still, The movie was amazing. And like, oh, you know how when she gets beat up, she goes to the infirmary. That was like so sad, but I loved how, she's like, what? No. She like ran back to the bus and train, and she got on and she's like, I'm doing this. I'm done. I used to call it the chasm, where like that huge thing you can fall from and die. I called it a chasm. I've always been calling it chasm. And now it's the chasm. I'm like, what? No. And I pictured it really differently, like from the book. I pictured it with waterfall underneath and everything. That was such an intense scene, like where like she was gonna fall and stuff. Like, for a second, like even though I read the book for a second, I was just like, oh my god, it's just gonna actually let her fall. Like what? Like what's happening? In the whole movie, I loved like the technology. Like in my mind during reading the book, there was not a lot of technology, and I don't know why, since it's the future. You think there'd be more technology, but everything in my mind when I was reading the book wasn't like that. I loved it. It was really interesting to see, and it was really good. Another favorite part of the movie is when she's all like, when she talks to Four. They go, her and Christina sit beside Four, and she starts talking to him. He's like, like, who do you think you are? You can't talk to me. I'm like, oh my goodness, hilarious. It was just hilarious. This movie was intense, hilarious. No words can explain. Like, it was such a good movie. Like, amazing book to movie adaptation. Good job. Good job, everyone who, participated in the movie. You guys did amazing. It was hilarious when, everyone kept underestimating her in the movie, saying, you're not even going to shoot me. And then in the end, she's like, why does everyone keep saying that? It's like, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, she's a badass. Don't underestimate Tris. She's a badass. She is. That was hilarious. I was like, what the heck? You guys clearly don't know her. She will fight for the ones she loves. She's brave. She is. Yeah. I love the ziplining scene. It was amazing. In my head, during the book, it was so different. Like, it was really different, but it was amazing in the movie. Like, it was just, like, you felt all that emotion, all that, like, awesomeness. Like, I can't even explain words. Like, I'm not even lying. Right when the movie started, right when it opened up, my eyes were watering. I'm like, what the hell? Nothing has happened. Nothing sad has happened. Why are my eyes watering right now? Why am I starting to tear up? I'm like, no. It was just the love. Like, all the emotions from all the books, from like the anticipation you've had for this book, for this movie to come out, and it's finally there. Just the happiness and joy. Just, if you read the books, or if you just were just in love with the trail from the beginning, you can understand what I mean. And I'm just so glad it came out, and I'm so glad it came out so good too. Like, it's the first movie, First movies usually are not that good because, they don't have that much money to start off the movie, but they did amazing. She just goes and gets a random tattoo in the movie and just, it's like, oh, I want this tattoo. In the book, she actually explains it. She's like, oh, one for each my family that I've left behind and stuff like that. And you know how, in the movie when she goes and randomly meets her mom under, and her mom's telling her, oh, you're in danger? Like, that actually was, like, supposed to be, like, a visiting day. It was so much more emotional and stuff, but, something like it happened, so I'm glad. Her and Tobias' connection were really good on screen. They did an amazing job. Like, Shailene and Theo, like, good job, guys. You did amazing. And I love their connection on screen. And that, scene where, like, he was completely, like, in a simulation. He didn't know who she was and stuff. I was, like, freaking out. I was like, oh, my gosh, what's going to happen? Even though I knew what was going to happen. Just, like, come back, Ford, come back. And it's like, oh, when he did it, was so real. Like, I was relieved. Like, oh, thank goodness. I love how badass she was, where she, like, throws the knife, like, poof, and, like, gets in Janine's hand. And Janine's all like, oh, I died for what, just like you died for what you believe, I died for what I believe. And I'm just like, damn it. Like, no. But yeah, in the end, they got what they wanted. What? Sort of. The whole music in the movie, that was actually so good. I didn't expect it. I was sort of worried about it before watching the movie. I'm like, whoa, like all these songs, some of them are going to be actually in the movie, in scenes. I'm like, how is that going to work? Like, I hope it doesn't, like, take from it or anything, but it actually, like, made the movie, like, even better in a way, too. Like, it was an amazing movie, but it also, like, fit in so perfectly. like the soundtrack, it was really, really good. Like one of the moments that like actually like made me cry during the movie, like I didn't like I'm not saying like I was completely like no, like during the movie I was like my eyes kept filling up with like tears, but they never came down. I was holding myself like, no, don't cry yet, nothing crazy sad has happened. It was just from all the emotions, as I said before, like, from just being so happy like that this movie finally came out. This movie that like came out amazing in a way too, like just amazing. I think one of my favorite scenes, but it's not something good that happened, it's the acting that I loved. Is when Trish's mom dies. She did an amazing job, like an amazing job. Like I like started crying and like tears kept going down my face during the scene. It was so sad, like so sad, and like it was upsetting, but I knew it was gonna happen, but I still cried, and I think Shailene like did an amazing job, I was actually shocked, like how good she did in that part. That guy who was like, just come with us to something, we do, and they went to zip lining or whatever. All the book readers are like, oh, is that Uriah? But like we all know that like that's just a substitution for now. But all you people who don't know who I'm talking about, you will know when you watch Insurgent. You will. Da-na-na-na. So excited. No. Just in the movie, she has to, she sees Tobias as in one of her fears. And he's like attacking her, like he wants to, deal with her and stuff. And the book is completely different. It was more like, she was like, Tobias, I'm not going to deal with you. And, in a stimulation. And then he's gone. This time it was more like, boom, she slapped him. It was more intense. I was just like, still good. It was still good. Like, I liked it, whatever. And, I love how she went into his stimulation. It was pretty awesome. It was crazy, and I loved it. So, tell me what you guys love. Words can't describe it. Watch the movie, okay? Overall, I just love the whole movie, and if you haven't watched it and you've watched this just cause, go watch the movie. Like, it's amazing. Like, give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's amazing. And if you haven't even read the books and you're just watching this because, you watch the movies, read the books. The books are absolutely amazing. I recommend that, you guys watch it. And, tell me what you guys loved about the movie. Tell me, things that you were like, oh wait, but that wasn't in it. I wish it was. Or this and that or whatever. And let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you guys want me to make any more movie reviews and discussions. Comment any books you guys want me to read. Anything like that. And I'll be really more than happy to do it. I love doing this. See you guys, and have an amazing time. Bye, initiates.